I guess that's very
The moment,
relaxing.
exactly, the immediate reaction of this, the mind gets in control, the mind gets the required amount of oxygen, it is able to handle your emotion, and you're able to handle your physiology, the body, the reaction of your body, and become calm. Hmm? You become
Okay.
suddenly calm because the
Mhm.
mind is so powerful, it can handle, it can function well if it is provided with its fuel. What is the fuel? It requires oxygen, that's it.
Okay.
Correct? So people,
Right.
who go through stressful situations, people who are not able to handle emotion around them, as a practice breathing right. That is the best way of self-management. Okay, and if you are a person, and people I'm sure who do meditation, they will understand the importance of this. Meditation again is a very very important in a very good way of really getting a very nice control over your thoughts, emotions, and mind and body.
Body. Right.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
people can do, yeah, and but a lot of people are not, yeah, and again in self management, but a lot of people are not equipped with sitting with their eyes closed. I know a lot of people, clients, when I talk to them, they say I can't sit with my eyes closed. I can't do
Yes.
that. A lot of people are like
Yes.
that, they cannot. So there are mindfulness meditations, there are meditations wherein you don't have to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay,
Is there?
which is called as mindfulness,
Okay.
yes. So you can just go Google it, you can YouTube will have like maybe more than 100 videos around that. So there is something called, you can open with your open eyes, you can still do meditation with mindfulness. Okay,
Okay.
and even if you can't do that, this breathing thing that I told you right now is the best thing to do. It takes few seconds, and you will be so surprised, you gain control over yourself so quickly.
So when
Okay.
someone is put into a stressful situation, for example, in a
Hmm.
corporate, when there is
Yeah.
a boss shouting on an employee, so
Hmm.
the first thing that comes to the mind is not that we should breathe deep and breathe right. The first thing that
Exactly.
the reaction that comes it, if he's shouting, I have to shout back.
Perfect. Perfect. So this is
So
how normally this is how we normally behave. Perfect. What you're saying is
right,
perfect. But then what is it called? It is not a response, it is a reaction.
it's the reaction.
So we don't want to react, we want to respond.
So you mean when we are, practicing this technique of breathing right, then eventually that after some time we'll have that control that we can
Absolutely.
actually control the emotions.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you will not
Okay.
even realize you may be in the middle of a heated conversation. And if you just do this, you will quickly gain control, and the other person will be surprised at what happened to you.
Right.
No? Means the other person may not even have the ability anymore to even change your reaction, and you will be in such a calm state. And this can freak out a lot of people on the other side.
Actually, it does. It does.
Yeah, yeah.
It does.
Because the intent may, we don't know the intent, but then at times maybe to trigger you with something, to leave you in an unhappy state. So that, see, why is someone trying to yell at you or say something to you? Because he has some emotional turmoil which he's not able to handle. He's throwing it at you. And if you also go
Yeah.
to the same things, you know people that after they react on something they feel okay.
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah. So they,
it's a ball. They're passing
yeah.
the ball on to your court.
So what does it mean? They don't know how to handle their own emotions. They threw their emotions at you to handle it.
Yeah.
And now we
Exactly.
handle it now, and we feel bad about it.
Happy about it.
Yeah,
The other
and
person
and
will
you
feel
feel
happy.
happy about it, and you feel end up getting sad, but that was not even your emotion, someone threw it at you. So
Right.
if you are equipped to handle your own emotion, manage your own state, it does not really matter what the other person is behaving and telling you in a certain way. So
Right.
reaction is not required, response is required.
Response is
Normally
required.
we react. Normally we react because in situations it happens spur of the moment. Someone would argue with me saying that, oh, how it is possible in some heated conversation. Yes, it is not possible initially.
Initially.
But if you
Right.
keep doing that, definitely it is possible. You can do that.
Right.
Okay. So this is about self-management. There is much more detail to it. If no, we can take the
I'm
whole.
sure. I'm sure we can
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go on for
Yeah,
lengths
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
discuss.
well, I'll quickly cover the other part of it because I don't want to leave it in between. So the other part is the social competence. When you talk about social
Right.
competence, is uh, the awareness. of others' emotions and how you influence others' emotions. Okay,
Okay.
that is the first step is social awareness. Means what?
Right.
If you're in a social environment, like with your social environment, maybe with your spouse, your family, with people around you, in workplace, at home, in your friends, wherever place you are, the awareness about the other person's emotion is called as social awareness. Are you
Right.
able to understand what the other person is going through by the way the person talks, the by the way the person reacts to you? That awareness is very important. Why it is important? For the second part, it is called as relationship management.
Okay.
Right? See, if you and me are two friends, and if you are in not in a very good state, or you are not in a very happy state right now, and if I am talking about something about my achievements, will you be even bothered to listen to me?
Of course not.
No. Yeah, because you will
Yes.
say, "Yeah, he's talking about his own things. He doesn't even understand I'm not in a good mood." And this is where a
Right.
lot of people don't even know how to behave with others. So, are you able to understand other people's emotions? And this happens for people who are in relationships. This is the biggest challenge. And for men,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, because women always feel, oh, he doesn't understand me. You don't understand me, right? You don't know what I'm going through. You just you just so aloof, or women always find men very disconnected, very emotionally cannot handle things, right? So why does this happen is because the ability to acknowledge other person's emotion is equally important the way you handle your own emotions, because that is where the relationship management comes,
Hmm.
right? If you can
Right.
acknowledge it, so how do you practice that? How can I acknowledge? First of all, communicate, talk. That is the
Communication is the
simplest.
key.
Communication is the key, and people feel what happens at times. People who are not in a very good state, they feel the other person should understand looking at my face.
As
It
if
doesn't
someone
happen
is
like
a
that.
mind reader or a face reader.
But isn't that what is expected in between two people also?
Yes,
Yeah.
somehow. In
Why can't
actually
you
in every
understand?
relation, whether that's friends, that's family, that's
Yes. People
personal
feel that.
relation.
People feel that, oh, why can't you understand what I'm going through? Don't you know me?
Yes.
Right? But then it is not about just that. It is a simple way of communicating. If, as a person, as a male, being a male, if I don't understand my partner's or other person's emotion, I can ask in a nice way, okay, so what is going through? Be a good listener. Understand people. Before you understand, listen to them. Know what is there. Be there. See, it
Right.
is called as empathy. It is called as compassion,
Compassion.
right? Compassion and empathy. If compassion and empathy you are able to exhibit, you will see a much more enriching relationship with others, and they will realize that you are a person who understands them. Okay,
That's
so
important.
compassion and empathy. Yeah. And for men, it is important because it is not that uh, you have to see the way men and women handle emotions is different. You don't have to, as a man, you don't have to sit and cry necessarily, but that is still okay. I'm still okay for a man saying that I cry. It's fine. It is okay to cry because it is an emotion that it's a way of expressing the emotion. That is fine.
Expressing.
But then, yeah, so it doesn't make you less of a man when you cry, and it doesn't make you less of a man to even acknowledge someone's other's emotion and be a listener. What stops a man to be a listener and understand, have that some time to understand the other person? That is where the relationship will get built. Correct.
I guess I've talked to a lot of males before
Hmm.
actually starting of the series, and
Correct.
I felt that somehow they were the ones who said that no one understands us.
Hmm.
Even if we we are vocal about it. People just say, you are not, you're a man. Come on, you can handle this.
Correct.
You can
Correct.
handle
Correct.
this.
Correct.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so that is like I found that probably that is one of the reason that once it come to understanding anyone else, so they are better off understanding a male's emotion as far as a female's emotion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Probably
if you differentiate, for a woman, why it is okay for a woman to express emotion is because other people around, as a society,